Yo, what's up? My name is Alejandro Mena. I'm the vocalist for Maximus NJ. You are listening to Heavy Mental Breakdown.
Dude, I like the way you did that. Like you put an emphasis on certain things. Break down. You're the first to do something like that.
Oh, nice,
So that's
nice.
cool. Sometimes people like to switch it up.
Yeah,
They'll do heavy mental breakdown.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
gotten a few of those kind of things, but like that was cool. I like the
Thank you, man. Thank you.
emotion. I like your name, Maximus. It makes it sound like maximum capacity, maximum this, maximum that.
Yeah, yeah,
Was
yeah,
that
yeah.
is that any was there any intention behind that name and just making it sound like more like powerful?
It's no, actually. The inspiration came from my favorite movie, which is called Gladiator. You ever seen it before?
I've seen Gladiator, yeah.
Yeah, dude, like
Gotcha, gotcha. I
Russell
get it
Crowe.
now.
Yeah, yeah, you got it now.
I get it now. I'm a huge movie fan too, primarily mostly horror movies and like psychological stuff.
Oh, okay.
But
Those are
definitely,
cool too.
yeah, it's kind of all I watch. I'm a horror nerd.
There you go.
So yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know about Maximus, what
Yeah.
is kind of just like a surface level thing you can tell us about the band? How long you've been going for? And what does it mean to you? What does this band mean to you?
All right. So, well, to start out, we are a New Jersey band, a four-piece metalcore band from Hudson County, New Jersey, and we are a band that speaks a lot on like we like to release a lot of these emotions, you know, and we I can say all four of us we're a result of a trauma bond, you know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Interesting. Was it something you all went through together, or that's just how you connected about just like sharing
it's,
that shared kind of similar experience?
we let's see, I'm trying to think. We we shared that experience. I shared that experience with my guitar player and also my bass player, but not my drummer. But we just been in shitty situations, you know, with other bands, and you know, I'm not here to talk shit, but you know, it does happen sometimes, you know,
Sure.
parting ways.
I've only kind of been in this space for less than a year now,
Yeah.
kind of doing this thing, and I already
You
see
hear
it.
all
I
of
already
the drama, you know what I mean?
It
But
happens, dude. When you get a lot of people who are angry, you know, but also are creative and are going through shit. Sometimes it just happens.
yeah,
It just happens. We got a lot of emotional dudes and women here in this space.
Yeah, for real, dude. It's
A
like a
lot of
marriage.
emotions flying around.
It's like a marriage, dude. It's a
Yeah.
marriage. Like
It really is.
A lot of divorces, man.
Yeah, a
You
lot
know
of
what I mean?
divorces for
A lot
sure.
of divorces, and you know, and sometimes it doesn't work out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you move on. So pretty much, I would say this band is just about like that character from the Gladiator, Maximus. You know, he was like on top of the world, being, you know, the head general, and then all of a sudden, like he just came down to being a fucking slave, and then you know, just rose from the ashes like a phoenix. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, a lot
yeah,
of us go through really hard shit, and we can either take it one direction or the other, and we can sit in the depression part of it and be pissed at the world and be victims, or we can turn our shit around and make something positive out of it.
exactly, dude. And that's what we're about.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's awesome.
yeah.
How long have you been doing this for?
Like the whole band thing or the
Yeah.
Maximus?
Both.
Both.
Why
Okay.
not?
So I've been doing this. I came late in the game, and what I mean by that is, like, some of my friends, they've been doing this ever since they were like 14, 13 years old.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I got into it right after college, actually, like when I was 21, 22. You know, I was always that guy that was not in a band, but I was always playing the guitar. You know, like my mom bought my first guitar. It was called a Johnson.
Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, Johnson. And then, and the rest was history, man. Like I would just go on these websites. I think it was called guitartabs.com. And
Ultimate guitar tabs.
ultimate, but I think it was called guitartabs.com
Oh, at the time.
at the time. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Maximum guitar tabs.
Maximus guitar tabs.
Maximus guitar tabs. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I was learning like new metal songs like System of a Down. I
Yeah.
was listening to a lot of Slipknot.
Hell yeah.
And just figuring out the tabs and trying to hear it out. I started out as a guitar player actually, and then the band needed a bass player, right? Like I was just hanging out with a couple people in the scene, and they were looking for a bass player, and I was like, "Fuck it, I just want to be part of something." It's two less strings, right? So how hard can it be?
Yeah, but they're a little thicker too, though.
They're a little thicker, which these hands can handle.
There you go. Yep.
And then so I've been doing it for over a decade now. I've been doing it for a while, I would say. And then with Maximus NJ, we started this project. We came into the public with our first song, Ignis, in November of 2024. I'm not sure the exact date, but it was then. And then, yeah. So I would say we've been a band for a year and a half, knowing to the public,
Yeah, and how's it going? How's the reception been to your music?
I think it's been going well, you know what I mean? A lot of people, dig our sound. Every time that we perform,
The energy is there. I can just see it in the reel. The energy's there.
Yeah, the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though they might not be a fan of the screaming, why would they be there if they're, not a fan of the screaming? But, there have been nights where, we were the only metalcore band. There have been nights where that happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We played to like 5 people, or, we just played actually a cool ass show in Queens, New York. It was called Bridge Tunnel, and it was like 100 capacity venue, but it was awesome because it was with everyone that we knew, except for like one band or 2 bands.
Bridge Tunnel.
Bridge Tunnel. Yeah.
I haven't heard of it. I'm in Brooklyn. I've only been here. I haven't been here too long, but probably not too far from me then.
Yeah,
Bridge Tunnel.
Yeah, Bridge Tunnel. Yeah, it's a cute spot. I would say very cute, and we yeah, dude, it was awesome. It was intimate. We had a good reaction. We had our boys Paradox. They are a new metalcore band, and
Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Paradox, and they're the homies. Shout out to Paradox, shout out to Danny, and when they found out that we're gonna be on the bill, they were like, "Fuck it, bro, let's rock this shit together." So
yeah,
and they came through.
Yeah, there's nothing better than doing what you love, but also doing it with friends. There's something extra to it. I wanted to go back real quick because I had a question for you. So a lot of people after leaving college, they kind of think. One of their thoughts is, okay, real life, real career, what's going to be my 9 to 5? What is this route looking like? But for you, after you left college, you're like, let me do something that didn't involve this degree. Let me, unless you're studying music or something. But a lot of us don't tend to go the creative, independent route after getting a college degree. What was that? Why did you feel that like after college was the right time to jump into music?
It's something I never pursued. Like, I've always wanted to be, right? So during college, I was actually playing sports. I was a baseball player, and I wanted to pursue that.
I love baseball, by the way.
Yeah, Yankees all the way.
I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm a Giants fan. But Giants are originally from New York, so there's a lot of love out here for the San Francisco Giants. Yeah. But sorry, go ahead.
No, you're okay, man. You're okay. So, yeah, when I found out, I was like, I'm not gonna pursue this anymore because I I was really like serious in becoming a baseball player, man. Like I went through all the camps.
Oh,
I
cool.
did all the independent ball leagues. I even played independent ball as well. And I just started that my love for the game started to not, I guess fade away a little bit, you know, and then my love of, hey, let me join a band started to grow even more and more and more because I was hanging out with people in the scene a lot. So I was like, dude, like I will just kill just to be in a band right now, just to be a part of something. It's like being part of a team, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
With just 4 other dudes, 5 other dudes, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they become your family at some point. You're with them all the time. You're sharing these experiences. You're sharing these emotions.
Exactly.
You can't help but like connect on that level. Just
exactly.
close.
And I still, you know, like I graduated with a biology degree, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna become a physical therapist, man. Oh, like I thought I was. I was like, shit,
Yeah.
man, I'm not gonna do this. So I ended up, I ended up check this out. I had my mother. She was like, well, you know, you got to do something. You know, she was like one of those. So she was just like, yo, you have to do something. You can't just be sitting here and like playing your fucking guitar all day. You know, my parents are from Cuba, so like they have a different way of looking at things, right? So like if you wake up like at, it's not it's not a dig at them. It's just how they are. When I was living under their roof, they were like, dude, why you're sleeping beyond 8:30 a.m. in the morning? I'm like, what the hell? That's early, but for them, you know, that's late. You know. What I mean?
Yeah. So after you moved out, you're like, I'm sleeping in until noon. Just to piss you guys off. I slept until 1 o'clock today. Ha.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So I was just like, fuck, man. All right. So my mother was a teacher actually, and I went into substitute teaching so that I can, you know, make some money, you know, save up so I can get my own place, you know. So fast forward a little bit, I am now married, you know what I mean?
Congrats. Me too.
Thank you. It's an awesome thing, right?
It's an amazing thing. I just got married in September, so it's still kind of fresh.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So fast forward, and the reason why I moved out was because, you know, my girl was just like, yo, like you want to just move into this spot that we have, and you know, she has a lot of friends, and you know, she dude, like any person that comes up to her, like they just fall in love with her, you know what I mean? I'm like, god damn, how, why, you know what I mean?
Just has that aura around her.
Has that
just
aura,
like,
dude. It's just like,
I get it.
Trust you can trust me, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
it's really kind of like instinctual too when you run across those people. You're just like, you're one of those people.
Yeah, you're one of those people that I like. I don't know why, but I think
it's the empathetic side of people, the empathy, like the true, like just like genuinely caring about people.
Yeah, exactly.
People can sense that.
Yeah, and she had that, you know, and she still does, you know. So she was like, yo, let's move into this like studio apartment that's overlooking the city. You know, it was a nice view, dude, you know. It's called the Galaxy. And we were living there, and then dude, that's when like I was making a lot of music because I didn't have like, you know, my Cuban Puritan parents being like, yo, you know, like what are you doing with your life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this music shit's not for you, you know, like are you gonna make any music doing this? I'm like, come on, man, this is something I love doing.
Yeah.
And then what was it? And then
the Galaxy. It's a cool place to live.
I just been in a bunch of bands, you know what I mean? And now I'm in this one, you know?
Yeah. It seemed like you ultimately, like that passion was always there. You just had a different calling, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't baseball anymore. It wasn't there.
Yeah, it's just
And
changed.
you can always go back to it, you know, not maybe not professionally,
Yeah.
but like you can always like your band can form like a softball league and play against other bands or something. That kind of combine both worlds or something. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
whoever loses is the opener, like you know, on the next show. Like
Exactly.
yeah. The
Exactly.
winner headlines this.
Oh my gosh, that's funny, man. Imagine.
Well, what was that band you were mentioning before the one you gave the shout out to?
Oh, Paradox.
Paradox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you and Paradox. You guys should go to like a local park, go to like a one of those diamonds,
Hmm.
baseball diamonds, and whoever loses opens for the other one.
There you go. I like that.
Their logo is super small on the poster, but yours is the winners is like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
huge thing.
Like a wiffle ball kind of tournament, right? You ever seen those wiffle ball like
Yeah,
tournaments on the Instagram? Crazy, man. They're serious, bro. They're serious.
I know. Hey, maybe we just started something.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
maybe.
start the official baseball medal league here out over here. Anyway, I'm
Why
getting
not,
too
man?
far.
That'd be awesome. Man. That'd be awesome.
So one of the first things you said is you guys are all about like screaming about the emotions and writing about that and trauma bonding and stuff. Why was it important for you guys to get that out in your music specifically? Why did you say this is the route we're going to go as a band? We want to identify as kind of these kind of people and tell our story. Like what was that like kind of deciding factor like for you guys to that's the route and this is what we want to be known as?
I'm not sure if that's something that we want to be known as, but it's just
Not
something
like
that's,
known as, but make it
yeah.
known that like that's what you guys are, you know, kind of about.
Um, I don't know. Maybe it's just telling our story, right? When you're writing these lyrics and you're coming up with the music, you're kind of telling your story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can, the thing about metal that I love about is that, I can channel that anger into a beautiful work of art.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Or
Yeah.
I can go beat the shit out of somebody, but no, I'm not gonna do that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah.
it's a catharsis kind of thing. It's a build up anger,
It's almost kind of like
Inside.
giving back in a way where you're just like music has done so much for me, so if I'm going to make music, it has to be from a place of like somewhere sincere
Yes,
and
and
like
and
for
it's
a purpose, you know?
and yes, and it's definitely I will say it's selfishly that is for our catharsis.
It's not even selfish. I mean, music is, I mean, just even being a listener can be very kind of selfish because you're like, this song, like a lot of people can like to like, this song's about this or this song's about that and this song relates to me and it kind of becomes ours. But that's kind of the beauty of music because like once an artist puts a song out to the world, it's like a lot of people say it's no longer theirs. It's now all the listeners and they can decide what they want to do with it and relate it to any way that relates to their life.
Right, no, exactly. And the reason why I say selfish is because sometimes I've been in bands where the mindset was like, all right, what am I going to write for the listener?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
And it wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I love about this band. Like, even if it doesn't, like, even if, I mean, I hope for the best, you know what I mean? We all hope for
Absolutely.
the best, you know what I mean? But like, that's not the reason why I'm doing it. The reason why I'm doing it is because I love doing it, because I want to. We don't have to be doing this. I mean, you don't have to be doing this, like
You get to do it.
you get to do it. And for the fact that I'm able to get to do, and for the fact that I'm able to do this is a blessing in itself.
Absolutely. There are so many people, including myself, wish that I was talented enough to be on a stage and perform in something. I mean, maybe I am a little bit, but like I've always been intimidated to like get up on a stage in front of an audience. And so the fact that like when we say we get to do it, it's like we have that confidence in ourselves. We have that because there's definitely a level of confidence you need if you're going to do that.
Yeah,
of
course.
And it's confidence.
I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But it's crazy because when I'm doing these interviews, right? I don't feel so confident. You know what I mean? However, when I'm performing, you know what I mean? Like when it's like the preparation, when it's lights on, let's go, it's ready to go.
Yeah, you snap into someone else.
Dude, it's like an out of body experience, you know, sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's just like, holy shit, like sometimes at the end I'm like, shit, dude, how did I do that? I'm not trying to be egocentrical. I'm just, you know, I'm just like,
Yeah.
like I just did that and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of wild you said that. So
Yeah.
I had another interview right before yours, and that's the exact thing that she had said, but I've never heard anybody else say it until she said it. And she said when it comes to stepping into a booth and recording lyrics and having to go back to a different mindset that she had to pull inspiration from, to her it was an out of body experience, having to snap into somebody just different and having to not wanting to live with those emotions but kind of needing them. So it was kind of, she had to take her place, she had to take her mind to a different place, and it wasn't even in her body. Like, that's wild. I have never heard that, cool. But now today I've heard it twice. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Like, we're similar, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, we're similar.
It's crazy the way that our body handles like trauma and pain.
Oh, dude.
You know, it's like, I don't like, an out of body experience sounds kind of intense. I've had one when I was meditating once, and it was fucking wild. But for like doing music and recording it, like I asked her what the recording process was like, and she honestly told me, she goes, I don't really remember.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, she's so much.
And she was like,
she's so in the zone.
Yeah, I mean? Yeah, but also wanting to separate herself from feeling that same emotion, but she felt she needed it. Do you feel like that's kind of how you are too? Like, you have to kind of go to a place of remembrance of a place you don't want to be, but then kind of having to snap out of it, like this weird moment.
It's more like I get on stage. When it's on, right, I turn into like I turn into a whole nother character. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm still myself, right? But maybe it's for me, it's a lot of repressed motions. A lot of repressed motions.
You said that you don't feel confident on interviews. Why is that?
I think it's because, one, I'm very self-conscious, maybe, in the way I speak sometimes. I don't want to come off as stupid, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's just my own insecurity.
Sure. You know? We all got them, yeah.
You know, it's my own insecurity. I remember in high school, we had to recite, like, William Shakespeare, like, lines. And dude, those are like...
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do.
It's not an easy thing to do, and I was just like right in front of everybody, and like I didn't remember one word whatsoever. And I was just like, zero.
Failed the class. Throwing papers.
Throwing paper planes and shit at me.
But that's it's interesting though, like how long that stuck with you, just like that one moment, and like kind of
dude,
stuck, and now it stays.
Yeah, it sucks. You know what I mean? But like,
but the more you do them though, the more confident you'll feel.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Know, it is. Like, I'm on, like, this is going to, like, I'm not sure what number it's going to be when this is released, but this is probably interview number 50 for me. No, 55, 56 for me.
Awesome.
And man, the first couple episodes, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I almost didn't even put them out, because I listened to them and I'm just like, I sound so fucking stupid right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, these questions are dumb. Like, no one's going to want to listen to this.
You're right,
and,
right. Yeah,
here we are.
We're our own worst enemy, dude.
Absolutely.
We are, dude. Like,
we do it to ourselves.
It's a bad place here sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
Like, god damn, dude. You don't want to see this.
No.
You know?
Yeah, I think the last time I heard that someone say that was Chester Bennington in an interview.
Yeah.
He said something like, This skull between my ears. This is a bad neighborhood, and you don't want to be in there. That's what he said. Dude. It's a bad
I think I
neighborhood.
remember that interview. Yes. Yes, I remember.
It was
I
one
remember
of
where I
his
got it
final
from.
ones. It was one of his final interviews.
Yeah, his final interviews, man. Rest in peace, bro. Chester, man. What a force, bro.
He was my biggest influence as a kid, and all throughout life, his lyrics. He is partly a reason why this podcast exists. Because I remember when I was like 10 years old, just like reading that Hyper Theory like album book, and just like reading all the lyrics, and like as dude, even when I was 10 years old, I was like, this is deep.
Yeah, dude.
And then as I went through life, and it just like more and more songs came out, and I'm just like breaking the habit. And when I was going through some shit, I'm just like, man, they were always that band. So when I heard that news, man,
I know, man.
I don't even like thinking about it.
I was devastated. I was devastated too, man. Like, because he was so iconic. Like, I loved his voice, man. He was too gone too soon, man.
Yeah.
I wish we saw a lot more of him, man.
I went and got this when he passed away in remembrance of him.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I still want to get some of like the numbers and shit that go on underneath it.
Is that Hyper Theory?
It's a Hyper Theory cover, yeah.
Nice, dude.
It was funny because like when that album came out, I was 10 years old, and I told my mom, I'm like, when I'm old enough, I'm going to get a Hyper Theory tattoo, and she was like, no, you're not going to do that. And then I don't know, 20 years later, I did it. I'm just it was always in my head. I was like, I always wanted to do this, and when he passed, I'm like, all right, it's time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's time to get it.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I don't have any tattoos, bro. You know what I mean?
Is that intentional? You don't want them?
It's not that, dude. It has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with like, yo, which one am I gonna get? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which one am I gonna get? Yeah, obviously my upbringing. You know what I mean? There was a lot of stigma towards that, but I don't feel that way whatsoever, man. Like I'm the black sheep of my family. I'm the rocker dude in my family. It's like my father calls me the black coat.
The black coat?
The black coat. Coats because we're metal. We're
always
black.
Yeah.
It's like so.
I mean, that's what I'm.
Yeah, he has a very
black
big
hat, black vest, black shirt.
Yeah.
When I first started dating my now wife, and she looked at my closet, she was like, "Everything you have in here is black." I'm like, "Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's how I love it.
That's how I like it too, dude.
Yeah.
I love that shit. And
I used to work at Hot Topic. That was my first job.
Okay.
And it was back when like they had the original gates and everything, and we got some crazy discount. So like every time I went into my shift, I bought a new band tee.
Oh, nice.
Every time. So by the time I was done working there, I think I had about, I don't know, over 100 t-shirts.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy, man.
That's insane, bro.
That was crazy. And now I'm pissed because so many of those shirts are now like vintage, like shirts.
Oh
like
my gosh.
early Slipknot, early Mudvayne.
Oh my
just
gosh.
the good shit, man. And now I just got rid of them all.
Oh no.
So I'm like, I have too many black shirts. I have 10 Slipknot shirts already. I don't need 15. But now I'm like, fuck.
Dude.
Only I would have. Now everyone's going crazy for them.
I know. Oh my! And you just gave it away.
I just gave it away. I think it was like a Goodwill bag or something like that.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I mean, it's good that you're contributing to humanity. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but now I wish I did.
Yo, give that shit back, yo.
It's so funny. I actually saw a jacket that I had left at a Goodwill listed on eBay for hundreds of dollars, and I'm like, man, I just gave a Goodwill that for free because I didn't fit me anymore. Now someone bought it and put it up on eBay.
Well, shame on you. For
I almost bought it. I almost bought it. I'm like, give it back. Give it back.
Oh man, dude, that's awesome. I love that you mentioned Mudvayne, man. Mudvayne, dude. LTD, like the LD50 album.
They just did the anniversary tour.
Yes.
Did you go?
I didn't go. I didn't go.
I didn't go either, and I'm pretty sad about it.
Yeah, I didn't.
That was, I mean, that whole time, like the Slipknot, self-titled, Mudvayne's first album, System of a Down, like Toxicity. I don't know. That whole time is just fucking amazing, dude.
It was amazing, dude.
Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. I mean, oh, the best music came out around that time.
Dude, that
Puddle of Mud.
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, you got Papa Roach too, man.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Like
Damn,
so
take
many.
us back.
Take for real, bro. And you know something, man. Like we played a show with oh god damn it, what are they called? It was a new metal night. Oh my gosh, Primer 55. You ever heard of them?
Yeah, I can't place a song with them, but the name, I know the name.
One of their famous songs is called "Get Loose," and it's like
I would have to
get
hear it.
loose, dun, get loose, or whatever. Like
I'm gonna go listen to that afterwards.
Yeah, it's awesome, and we played with them at Dingbats. That's in Clifton, New Jersey, and that's like a iconic place. That's the place. If you live in North Jersey, you're playing at Dingbats.
All right, I'm gonna take note of that. Dingbats. I'd love to go to a show there sometime if that's the spot.
Yeah, that is the spot.
Cool. Okay, good to know.
And then
I just went to a show in Jersey. I think it's considered South Jersey though. It was at a place called Game Time in Westville.
Yes,
there's a lot of shows that go.
That is South Jersey, correct?
Okay, yeah, there's a lot. I didn't know that. I recently connected with one of the promoters that runs those shows, and it's like they do shows weekly there. And it seems like a place where there's always a show.
What's it called again?
Game Time Sports Bar.
Dude, I swear to God, I think we're playing there this month. I swear to God. I swear to God. Let's see.
Hey, I might have to stop by.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm going to find out right now. I have it right here. Well, so it's...
Is Farsight playing that one?
No, they're not.
No, okay, because I saw that they were on a bill for Game Time soon.
I would love to play a show with those dudes, man. They're awesome, man.
Did you go to that Otterfest thing like a couple weekends ago?
I wanted to go. What was I doing that day? I think I was here in the lab. Like, this is my studio, actually.
Cool.
So
I was actually at Game Time for a gig, for a show.
Right?
Yeah, I sponsor shows now. And so I went out to Game Time it was Boar and Toothless.
Okay.
Toothless is from Pennsylvania. Boar is Long Island boys. Amazing band. But yeah, I sponsored their show, so I was out there like handing out flyers for the podcast and talking mental health with just fans and shit. It was fun.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it was a cool spot though. A little out of the way. You know, it wasn't like they had just done a show in Philly that I was at, so I went from Philly to Westville. It was a little challenging to get to, kind of in the middle.
Okay.
But
you know something? I don't think we're playing there. It's 500 Gateway Boulevard, Suite 2. It doesn't even have the name. Let's see. I'm trying to find the name.
That almost sounds like the address, though.
It does, right? Like, it could be. But it doesn't give you the name of the venue. Like, I don't understand why that's not.
Huh.
That's crazy. I swear to God. I'm like,
it's in Westville, though?
Yeah, that's the...
That's probably it, dude.
It probably is, right?
Yeah. Who's the promoter of it?
So the promoter of this is an artist.
Okay.
Called Create Lady J, and also I think are you familiar with that name? Probably not.
No.
Right? Okay.
No. If you're interested in playing Game Time, though, the promoter, she's constantly throwing shows there, but she's based out of Philly, I believe. But she's always going back and forth from Westville to there. What
are they called?
They're called Skip Church Raise Hell.
Skip Church Raise Hell.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check that out.
They're throwing a fest, like a one-day festival in May that I'm sponsoring.
Oh, nice.
And there's some local bands here from New York that are going to be there too. Maybe check it out. The lineup isn't fully out yet. Maybe you can hit them up.
Okay.
Skip Church Raise Hell. We are here because of a track that you wrote called Jester.
That's right. Jester.
Why did you choose this one?
I feel like this is something that I need to get off my chest. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I need to get off my chest, and it's the most played song in our Spotify, even though we are a new band. You know what I mean? It has the most, which is I think 1,300 something. You know?
Cool.
we're still in the early phases, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's I just took a look at the list of songs that we have. Like, oh, let's talk about that one. I
Mm.
think I think your audience can learn something and you know, from it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, as soon as you said you had something to get off your chest, I was going to ask about it, but never mind. I'm going to wait until we dive into the lyrics so I can try to connect it that way.
Okay.
All right, this is Jester by Maximus NJ. Let's fuck with this track.
Let's do it.
No king, no crown. Just a blade with backs up the grand wall. Building this night. No subjects, no loyalties. Destined to extortionate. Destruction in every new place. Not just in my side. Keep on living this masquerade. There's no redemption. I'm gonna stay away from your empty soul.
All right, we're going to stop it there.
Okay. All
You
right.
sound angry.
Very, very.
No king, no crown, just a jester playing with himself to the grand hall built in his mind. No subjects, no loyalties, dancing to his song of lies. Destruction in every note he plays. This first one, that's a heavy one already. No king, no crown. You are not placing yourself above anybody. You are not better than anybody. You're an asshole like all the rest of us. Just a jester playing with himself. He's living in delusion. To the grand hall he built his mind in. Fucking narcissistic, no empathy asshole. Like you think you're just
Pretty
like
much.
you're trying to act like you're this grand person who is just on a high ground. But that's all in your mind,
also,
man.
what comes with that is crossing boundaries, right? You know, crossing boundaries. So
In what way?
in the way that, you know, because you have this self-proclaimed thing that, hey, I am almighty, you know, because whatever reason that you put in that head of yours, that means I can treat you the way I want to treat you, you know. And unfortunately, people that have low self-esteem that are vulnerable are victims to that person, right?
Yeah,
And
I can see that.
they can
I've done that. I've held somebody's emotions that, you know, way harder than my own sometimes.
Yeah, dude. And dude, there's power in words too. You know what I mean? There's power in words, man. It can lift people or it can bring them down, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
it's crazy how just one positive word to someone can change their life.
Yeah. And it could do
Or the opposite. Yep.
Yeah. You know,
No subjects, no loyalties.
Yeah.
So it's like you could betray me at any moment. It's almost like you can't try. In this moment, I feel like you just trust is what this is about. You know, it's like no king, no crown. Like I don't trust your judgment. I don't trust the way you're thinking. No subject, no loyalty. I can't even trust you as a friend. I can't trust you as a supporter even, or just someone who's in my circle dancing to his song of lies. You know, it's funny. One of the things we talked about early on in this interview was how sometimes there's a little bit of beef going on in the rock world, and it's like this almost relates to no loyalty to the scene and where you kind of grew up with, or your friends or your homies in this scene. So you're dancing to song your life. It's almost, I can see like a mosh pit of just like these people like dancing to these songs that don't even mean anything to them.
Yeah, you know, and just to elaborate on what you were saying, man, like no subjects, no loyalties, man. Like eventually when you are acting this way, you know, like just being a piece of shit, dude. And some people are aware of, some people are not aware of it, right? That's where self-reflection comes,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And some people don't have that. And
they don't.
it's a skill, dude.
It is.
It's a skill that people don't have.
Well,
know?
I also think a lot of it is like when you go through something really traumatic and really hard, and you're kind of forced to look into yourself. I know for me, I didn't really start self-evaluating until I was at rock bottom, and I ultimately needed to self-evaluate. Like there was things in my life I knew I was doing that was wrong, and relationships that I knew I shouldn't have been in, and trusting people I should have.
Yeah.
But like I was constantly like, oh, give him another chance, give him another chance. But now that like I've been burnt tremendously, now I'm just like my walls are put up a little bit, and like loyalty is a big deal to me. Huge.
Yeah, dude. And you can lose that, you know, when you continue with your bullshit, you know. And what I mean by bullshit is just like not being a decent human being, lying, you know, manipulating truth, you know, and also controlling, right? So when this happens, people start, it starts getting old.
Yeah, really fast.
Really fast. And it's just a matter of time where you're like, you know, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm never going to put myself in this situation anymore. You know? And then because you have experience with that, guess what? When you see it in the future, or you
know
see it
exactly,
you can.
It's like a radar
right
now. You're like, I know who you are as a person, dude. I went through the same thing, dude.
Yep.
I was so blind for the longest time, and it just took one thing to really fuck me up. Almost ended my life because of it.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
And yeah,
You're here,
I was
bro.
in a thank you. I was in a rough space. That fucked me up. But it took like going to the hospital and getting therapy and just like doing self-evaluation. And I'm like, man, I wish, well, I don't know. Man, that sucks that it happened. But ultimately, I'm really glad it did. Because it changed me for the better. And I'm a way better person now. I have boundaries now. And I have that radar of just like, nope, you are a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I don't trust you.
It's a radar, right?
It is.
And
it absolutely is. And that's a skill too on its own. You're talking about it's a skill to, you know, reflect, but it's also a skill to be able to have the awareness to see it and self-protect. It's like a form of self-protection too.
Yeah, dude, for real. It is, man. And
crazy.
Yeah, dude, because like it does, like if you don't get yourself out of those situations, man, it manifests into your physical form, man. It does. It can do damage, dude. You know, if you stay there for a long time. And there's some people that unfortunately do, man, because they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know,
it's hard to see it when you're in it, though.
It is hard to see
Yeah.
it. It is hard to see it. And that's why, like, mental health is such, like, important aspect of your life, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's important to, like, really seek help, man, when you're in that. You know, everyone goes through it, but, like, when you're in that moment where, you know, you're contemplating like suicide, and you're contemplating, you know, yo, I don't want to live anymore, man. You just got to talk to people. You know, talk to people that you trust, like family members, somebody that's like willing to listen to what you have to say, man.
My issue in that moment was I avoided every phone call. There was someone I got a little tip that what I was going through, and I just didn't answer my phone. My parents were calling, my cousins were calling, my sister was calling, and I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, dude.
In that moment, man, it is hard to get out of it.
Yeah. What made you get out of it, dude?
I got scared.
Scared.
And I ended up calling the cops on myself because I knew I wasn't strong enough to get myself out of it. And if nobody came to help, then I wouldn't have been here.
dude.
Ended up calling him on myself and then put me in the hospital for a couple days and fucked me up.
Yeah.
But the strongest thing that got me out of my depression and that mindset was listening to music.
Yo, for real.
And that's why I created this podcast, because music saved my life. And I'm like, if more people can see the emotion behind the lyrics and not just take them for face value, but learn why these lyrics are so important, might just connect with someone.
Yeah, exactly. And even like, dude, I'm telling you, man, and thank you for sharing your story with me, man. I remember I was looking at your Instagram and I saw Farsight. I saw the interview that you did with Farsight, and like they touched on a subject that we're touching on right now. And they had a song that talked about, contemplating, fantasizing about suicide, but like not actually doing it, I call that maybe the light at the end of the tunnel, because if you're not thinking about doing it, you know what I mean? Like, there is still hope, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, there was something kind of just subconsciously kicked in last minute, dude. Like last second kicked in. I'm like, fuck, I can't do this. But I'm too far deep in it now, so I need to go to the hospital.
no, but that's heavy, man. And I'm glad you're here on the earth, dude.
Thank you. Me too. Because now I get to talk to rock stars like yourself and listen to music. Dancing, destruction in every note he plays. Oh, I don't think we got this far yet, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, destruction in every note he plays. The Jester plays on.
Yeah, so that right there just symbolizes like outrageous things that these kinds of people say. Like, and you're like, holy, like, in words, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, just what we were talking about, destruction. I mean, words can just be a destruction. It can destroy someone.
And then I remember when those moments will frequent, like they will happen very often. Like, it's not like once in a while. No, it was like a almost everyday kind of basis. So you start
everyday basis,
like almost everyday basis.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
that's rough.
So what do you do to cope with that? You use humor to cope with it.
Dude, when I was telling you my story right now, I was like, I ended up in the hospital. I started laughing because I was like, I have to laugh about it. Because if I don't, I will just wallow and sit there again.
Yeah, you would just wallow, right?
Yeah. But, so I laugh about it because I have to.
Yeah, man. And we do that sometimes to avoid the pain, man. Like, so that it's the pain is there, but it doesn't hit
as hard.
The illusion of it doesn't hit so hard, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we were doing that all the time. And I remember, and it takes one person to call it out. I remember I was with my buddy, Zach. He was like, dude, like, you sound miserable. You know what I mean?
Like through your music, or kind of just talking, like when you guys like what?
Talking, like just life and what's happening, and like just shooting the shit. And he was just like, dude, like you I think you need to change your situation. Like, because I hear you talking about this like more than once. It's like almost every time that we hang out. So that's when I was just like, yeah, man, I got to do something about it. And also my wife too. Like, she saw that in me as well. She's like, what are you doing about it then?
And that's kind of what I was saying with sometimes you don't really take control of it until you kind of have to. So when you have people you love telling you that they're noticing something, it's like, okay, well, maybe there is something there.
More than two people, right? Like when you have more than two people, more than one person, it's like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah. And the destruction in every note he plays even goes back to the band reference of like, he's up there playing guitar or drums or whatever, but he's not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And it's just sounding, like, just noise. The Jester plays on.
Yeah, and yeah, the Jester plays on, and pretty much these are just people that I'm not sure if they're aware or unaware, but I would say that sometimes people are aware of what they're doing, and or maybe they're unaware, but
I think most times we know what we're doing,
I think most times we do know, and
even if it's just like a subconscious feeling. It's
yeah,
like, fuck,
so
maybe
yeah,
yeah,
and we play
all know.
stupid, and we
Right.
play stupid,
Absolutely,
you know
we
what I
do.
mean?
Yeah,
So, like these people, they will just, they'll just hop on to the next one, right? That they can manipulate once that fuel is not there anymore to feed their ego, you know.
yeah.
Once the person said, "Yo, I had enough," all right, let me go to another person, and they play like the victim, right? It's like, oh, everyone's out to get me, but it's just a deflection.
Yeah.
It's a deflection of like not dealing with my shit, like, you know.
It's easier to walk away from something than to stay and fix it. And those are the cowards.
Yeah,
That's my word for them.
for real, dude. Like, and it sucks, dude. And it sucks because like
Yeah.
you put so much time, you don't get time back. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lesson to be learned. There's a lesson to be learned from this, right?
Yeah.
But you don't get that time back. Time is
No, you
always
don't.
going forward, dude, you know?
Yeah. And for time, I'll tell you a little bit. I mean, just very, very surface level. But my thing that I was telling you about was I was in a 14-year relationship,
Oh,
married, and we had just moved to a brand new city because we were struggling after the years of COVID. So we were like, you know what? Let's get out of LA.
yeah.
Let's move somewhere else to start over again. And then within 2 months, I was away for one weekend, and I came back to the apartment. And she was gone. All her stuff was gone, and I never saw her again. And she divorced me through a text message, and
Oh.
abandoned me in a brand new apartment. Still, boxes weren't even opened yet. Brand new furniture that wasn't even put together. And it was in we were in Chicago, and it was fucking freezing outside. It was just like miserable, and just like that happened. And
Chicago
I'm just
gets cold, man.
yeah, it does.
It's cold in
It
there.
does. And so it was just like 14 years when I start to think about it. I'm like, and I'm only 36. And when that happened, I was 32. So 14 years was almost,
Dude, you
half,
look
was almost
young,
half
man.
my life.
You look young, bro. You look like you're in your 20s, man. Get out of
Thank
here,
you,
man.
thank
You're
you, man.
You're
Thank
36?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Damn, you're old.
Damn. No, not at all. Dude, you look great. You look great.
Thank you.
look great.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, so when you talk about time, I'm like, fuck, that was 14 years of my life that just vanished in a night. And then I was stuck with just all her shit, all the wedding photos, and the like just all the boxes of like it was, dude, to be abandoned like that in a brand new city, signing a brand new lease, and my cat and I were left all by ourselves. So it definitely spiraled. But the crazy thing was, less than a year later, I met my now wife. I felt like I needed to move out of that city for a little bit because there was just too much weight there for me, and I needed to step away from Chicago. And I moved to New York, and my first weekend here, I went on a date with a girl, and she's my wife now. So I felt like and she's the greatest person I've ever met in my entire life. And so it's like, even though it sucks that happened, I'm really glad it did, because now I found my, the person who loves me. So wild the way things work out, dude.
Amazing, dude. That's amazing.
Wild.
Dude. That's a happy ending, bro.
It is a happy ending. It could have went tragically,
Yeah.
but it ended up a good story.
Wow, man. Wow, dude.
Destruction in every note. No subject, no loyalty. The Grand Hall, she played victim for so long and just
Yep.
manipulated everything. I get these lyrics, dude. Keep on living this masquerade.
There's no redemption.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Let's keep listening.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. I felt like I should have stopped it a while ago, but I was enjoying it too much to stop
Okay.
it. I was just kind of like, let's keep this going. Let's keep this going for a second. First question: how does the pit look during this track?
It's like, it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
You know?
I bet.
You
It made me want to stand up for a sec. I was like, I gotta do this interview, but I'll rock out afterwards.
People are, dancing, kicking, picking up their pennies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool. Keep on living this masquerade. I like how you say masquerade and then you go down to two-faced snake. Because living in a masquerade, somebody who puts on a mask to kind of hide who they really are. And I felt like that line Two-Faced Snake kind of summed up this whole place. There's no redemption. There's no going back from it. Colors fade away from your empty soul. Just like, you're someone who I thought you were, but that's not you. You're actually a two-faced snake.
Yeah.
And you hide behind weaker people.
Right.
Because you think you have some manipulation power. Bitch.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like that bitch in there.
Constrict
your victims in this poisonous trap. It's like just the circle that just goes round and round.
Yeah.
And it's just like you can't get out of it because of that. It just stays with you, dude.
Yeah.
Tell me about this part.
So, this part right here is, again, like it's like a control. It's like a characteristic of this narcissistic person that uses control, you know what I mean, to get their way because of their insecurity, you know what I mean? This poisonous trap, like this person has done this multiple times, you know what I mean? And
habit.
It's like a habitual thing, and they know it's wrong, but they still do it, you know what I mean? They know it's wrong, but they still do it, man.
Yeah.
So, pretty much this lyric line speaks of that, constrict your victims in this poisonous trap, like once they what a
line too, though.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Like it I'm telling you, man. Like
your victims in a poisonous trap.
Yeah, these lyrics, it comes with experience, man. Like it's not like I'm
it does.
I'm not trying to like make words sound great. I mean, I am, but like I'm thinking on my own.
Yeah,
own
in a way, it just comes natural because it's already like you've already have these thoughts and you know what you want to say. Yeah. Like when I see the poisonous trap, one thing that like a visual that comes to mind is like how in New York and Jersey, like there's a bunch of rats, right? And so, and so like you put the traps out. Sometimes there's like little food or a little smell kind of brings them in. Oh, that looks good. That smells good. But once they actually go in, done.
Man,
and that's like a relationship. You're like, oh, this person, oh, they look beautiful. They have everything going for them. And then you just get sucked in it because you were just fooled by the mask. Yeah. The masquerade mask.
Yep. Exactly.
And then now you're a victim of this. Now you're a victim of their trap.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And then what else was I gonna say about this And the point, when narcissistic people are very good at giving compliments, right? Boasting about you, right?
Love bombing.
the shit out of you, right?
Yeah.
Love bombing, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden there's a switch, you know what I mean?
Once they realize there's nothing more they can get out of you,
yeah,
they discard you like you're just fucking nothing.
I know, but it's like I was the one that discarded the person or I just removed myself from the situation because
That's
saw
strong, man.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's not an easy thing to do, is to realize what you're in and to step away from it.
You know why? Because the reason why I was that way is because we went on a tour and we had a new member, and guess what? That new member was now being picked on. And I saw myself in him.
What do you mean he was being picked on? By like who? Like,
I'm not gonna say who. All right.
No, but just like your friend circle, like audience people who go to your shows, like.
Being in the band. You know what I mean? Like band members. Like.
Okay.
So
within your own.
Within the own circle. Within the covenant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of the band. And then I was like, holy shit. That's what I was going through. Because when you're in it, like you can't step out from it. You know what I mean? When you're thick in it, you don't see shit. You know, other people can.
Yeah,
you don't. All right. And then when you see it happening to somebody else, what you were experiencing, guess what? You're like,
you call it out. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I've done that already to some people. Like they'll come to me and I'll tell you, dude, this is exactly what's happening. I just went through that shit. Because after that happened, I had to go to therapy, and I saw like 3 or 4 therapists that year, but like they all told me, they're like, it sounds like she's very narcissistic. And it sounded like once she was done with you, she just walked out and left. And I didn't even know, like I've heard that word before, but I didn't truly know what it meant until that happened. I had no clue what it meant.
Yeah, dude.
It wasn't until I started looking up how I felt and how I was being treated where I'm like, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah, it is. It is, dude. And I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people out there with this shit. You know what I mean?
A lot
of people with this shit. But, with the experiences that we have, you and I, you know what I mean? Like we can sniff that shit out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With our experience. So there's nothing like experience, man.
No.
Nothing like experience. But, yeah, man, that's pretty much what this thing's about.
I feel I get this song on a very real, deep level.
Yeah, dude. Like, is that good or?
No, it is. Oh, absolutely, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, good in a sense where like, I know I'm not alone, and somebody else is going through this, but then in a way where I'm like, it makes me angry just thinking about it, and it makes me want to take it out in the pit when I hear it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, I'm going to go to a Maximus NJ show, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the pit during Jester, because there's some shit I need to let go of.
Yo, please do, man. I'll join you, bro. We'll be in there, picking the pennies up, man.
At game time in Westville.
Yeah, Westville, that's right. Over a wiffle ball game, with Paradox.
I'll be the umpire of that game. I'll just make sure everyone's playing right.
Dude, you look like a pitcher, man. I need you to pitch, bro.
All right, fine. I'll pitch. All right, well, let's keep rocking out to this track.
Right, let's do it.
I forgot I wanted to call out that growl right there.
Yeah, the gutturals.
Dude, that's brutal.
Thank you, man.
I can't even. No, I can't even try it. Fuck,
Yeah.
that's really good, dude. And it makes it like it's a little thing, but it's fun. You know what I mean? Like it makes people want to get involved and do it too.
Yeah, dude. It comes from just like watching other people do it, man.
Yeah.
It's like, damn,
Yeah,
dude,
because you
that's-
had fun doing it.
Yeah, dude. It's like
you had-
I see them having fun.
Yeah.
Like I want to yell at people's faces.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do the same thing, man. So, dude, it was a lot of just listening to Axing Alexandria. They were the pioneers for it, and then listening to Era with Garrison Lee, who is the used to be the old vocalist. And then who else? Phil, what's his name? Phil Bose from, oh my gosh, Whitechapel.
Okay.
Okay, just listening to those dudes do it, and just, in the car, just be like, like just doing
At a
shit like-
stoplight.
like at the red light, just sort of like,
Yeah.
and then you get the weird face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, good morning.
Walking to work like that.
Yeah, walking to work.
Yeah. Good morning. No, I think it's for you to bring up Asking Alexandria. One thing I wanted to say was they were definitely a band for me where their lyrics helped me through a lot too.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that the song "Alone in a Room." Do you know that one?
Alone in a room, right? How's it go again? It goes like,
I've been away a little
Oh,
while.
no.
Sometimes I just can't hide myself.
yeah, yes. It's off that. It's a Red album, right?
Yeah.
It's a Red Case album.
Yeah.
I walked.
It was a
into the
great.
fire.
That was a yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great album, dude. That
Very
was
good.
so good. But Alone in a Room really meant a lot to me after my thing happened, because I was literally abandoned in an apartment in this small little room. I saw the walls as like fucking prison cells, man. I felt like they were closing in on me every time I stepped out of my front room, and so I would listen to Alone in a Room and be like, damn. I understand you, Danny. I understand you, Danny Warsnop.
Yeah.
I'm in a room alone right now too, and I'm going through shit because Danny's been through a lot of shit too.
Yeah, he has, dude.
And it's artists like that and those lyrics, and I'm just like, that's what saved me, man. So I'm like, I have to do something that to pay homage to the artists who put this out because they're doing way more than they know.
Yeah, dude, and again, Matt, like I appreciate you like giving, us like a voice. You know what I mean? Like it really means a lot, man. Because in actuality, like you don't like I come from. I have the notion of, people don't have to do this,
Yeah.
and for the fact that you're doing this, man, it really means a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
Telling your story, like telling my story, and that builds connection, man. And
Absolutely. I've made some of my best friends interviewing you guys, man.
oh, that's awesome, dude. Dude, honestly, man, like I just get a good vibe, man, from you, bro.
Thank you. Well, it took a lot to get here. And it took that really hard moment for me to really just step back and be like, okay, what's my purpose here? Like, what am I doing? Am I, because there's so many times where I'm at like a job where I'm just sitting in an office. I'm like, there's so much more I could be doing. Like, so much good for the world I can be doing than sitting here on this like laptop Excel spreadsheets for 10 hours a day. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, dude.
So frustrating.
But like there's some people, man, like I feel like we're living our dream. You know what I mean? We're doing what we want to do. You know what I mean? And sometimes people put like these illusional like boundaries, like they want to do these things, but like somehow they're not doing it because maybe their upbringing and their, what I mean? Like if I followed the way I was brought up, man, like I will not be be having this conversation with you right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess what I'm just trying to say is like, you know, just be your authentic self. You know, some people are not like themselves, man, you know, and they work that 9 to 5. And trust me, I work that 9 to 5 right now. You know, it puts money, you know, it puts money in the bills and everything, you know
But
what I
it's
mean?
soul sucking though.
You know, I'm actually a teacher.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
so
it's
your
not-
job isn't soul. Your job isn't as bad then.
It's not, you know, it's a great job, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I bet. What age do you teach?
Dude, I teach 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade.
That's awesome, dude.
Science.
Sick.
Yeah. Science.
I for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, that's awesome. I hope you don't have students like I was when I was in 6th grade. I was a terror in 6th grade.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was getting kicked out of class all the time. My parents always
dude.
going. But it's funny because it was just me and my best friend sitting in the back laughing and making jokes the entire time, just like not paying attention, like wanting to do our own thing.
Oh, wow.
But it ended me in the principal's office quite a few times.
Oh, man.
Hopefully you don't have students like me.
No, I mean, you know, saying, you know, we do, man. Like, I have a drum set in my classroom.
That's cool.
I
Drum set in the science room.
in the science room. They're like, "What is this?" You know what I mean? You know, drum
There's
set.
a science behind drumming, duh.
Duh, sound waves. You know, they travel to your eardrum. You know, that's how sound gets there. You know,
Like, you guys obviously don't understand how science works.
Works.
Let me teach
It
you
is-
something.
You know, and dude, honestly, bro, I do connect music with science, man.
That's
Like,
awesome, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, like I love my kids, man. Like they're a joy to work with, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Working with the youth is something very special.
it is, man.
When I think about some of the most influential people in my life, a lot of them were like not even like college professor or anything like that. They were all kind of assholes. But like I always think about like my favorite teacher was my 2nd grade teacher and my kindergarten teacher. It's like these things that are instilled in us at a young age. Like those teachers have way more responsibility and weight in our life than we could even imagine.
Yeah.
So all this shit stems from our childhood, like the way that we think about ourselves, our confidence levels. It's all ingrained in us really early.
Yeah.
And if we're seeing, you know, the same adult 5 days a week for 8 months, I mean, it has an effect on you for sure.
Yeah, it does. It does, man. And what is it? I just hope that my students feel like comfortable with me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna win them all. You know what I mean?
Sure,
because
sure.
there's always going to be a person who's like, fuck,
That guy's
man.
too loud. He was always playing his drum set. I heard.
Yeah. Like I don't understand.
I listen to Taylor Swift. She doesn't play drums, so I don't like this.
Yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, dude, like I do that, you know, and you know when I'm not, I tell them, and my kids know that I do this.
Cool. Have you ever like played your music to them?
Oh yeah,
Sick.
oh yeah.
What's the reaction to
The
that?
reaction, they're like, whoa.
Oh, they're like enjoying it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, and sometimes I see them like moshing. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, save that for Westville.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Save that for game time.
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny. It was a joke with the bands. It was like, you better be ready for this Westville show. It's game time, baby. So if you ever play game time, that's the thing. It's game time, baby. He's ready to rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Your kids are ready to rock and roll at game time too. Tell them about it. Westville.
Westville, I will. Like that.
Dude, you have to let me know if it really is the game time where you're going to be playing at.
No, I will.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely let me
interested.
know.
I just send them a message right now. I'm like, is this game time? Right, it's game time, right?
Yeah, game time sports bar. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were mentioned that it was a sports bar too. So
It's got to be it.
It has to be. It has to be.
I can't think of any other places that are this busy with rock shows than this place in Westville.
Yeah, it has to be.
Maybe.
It has to be. It has to be.
Anyway, I want to keep rocking out to this.
Let's
track.
go. Let's go. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
There's a line that really caught my attention.
What is
I think it's just
imposter and Dorn in Fool's Gold?
no. And I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been said several times, but for some reason it hit me harder here. There's no redemption. And I think it might have been just from what we were talking about. So
Yeah.
there's a release in being able to just even say the words, there's no redemption. Because a lot of us give second chances, you know, so we just repeat the cycle to ourselves over and over and over again. And so for us to just be like, no, I've been here before and I know what this does to me. There is no redemption out of this. You are not coming back from this. I have learned from my mistakes in the past. I've learned what I want and what I don't want, and what I don't want is you in my life. There's no redemption here.
Basically, everything you just said. You know, everything that you said, and
So that's how I feel.
yeah, and also because ready, like these people are not ready to face the truth. If you're not not ready, then keep on playing, keep on being this fool.
That's the fool's gold.
That's yes, exactly. Exactly. Jester, fool's gold, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to tie in a medieval theme to this song, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much where my head's at when I wrote these lyrics.
Destruction in every joke he makes. To me, that just sounds like sarcastic remarks that just come off as them being an asshole. They think they're being funny when they put you down. They think they're being funny when they minimize you and your thoughts and your just anything you do. They think it's like they'll it's like those little jokes are little stabs, but there's some like truth behind it when they say it.
Oh yeah, dude. Like when people talk
sometimes that's even worse than telling you to your face like you're an asshole or whatever. It's like the little things that make you feel that way without saying it.
Without saying it, right?
That's even worse sometimes.
And all of this, like, you know, you're listening to this, right? And sometimes there is a response to these sayings, but when it came to me, I did not respond. You know, I was just
numb to it.
I was just listen. But when you listen, you remember, right? And when people excessively talk, they reveal a lot about themselves to the point where, dude, I know every chess move you make. I know what you're about.
I can see those steps a mile away.
I know what's going to happen within 5 days.
And I know if I give into it, I know what those steps look for me too. Look like for me too.
Because it's a pattern.
Yeah.
It's a pattern.
It's almost like an addiction too.
It is.
We talk about trauma bonding and love bonding and love bombing, and it's like you get so pissed off, but then they're so nice to you again. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe there is hope that this is going to be okay. But then there's just something happens again. You're like, how am I back in this?
What's it called? It's called the rubber band theory. You ever heard of that before?
The only thing I can think of is when you snap your wrist with a rubber band, but I can't think of any other like theory.
It's like it's so funny. I'm trying to find a rubber band as I'm explaining this theory, where you stretch it, right? You stretch the rubber band, right, and it has a lot of tension, and when you release it,
it just fucking snaps.
It snaps. The person snaps, and guess what? There's tension building again, and it snaps. Tension building, and it snaps. So
you know what's wild? This just what you just said took me to a weird place, because it's like they do narcissistic people play these manipulation games, and then you finally lose it, and then they turn it around and be like, see, he has an anger problem. He's got an anger problem. You see what I have to deal with every day? But they don't see the things that like
they're doing.
That they're well, to other people too don't see, like, unless you've gone through a situation like that, and they believe the narcissist, and they start turning their back on you, and it's like, man, if you only knew what I've went through, that that was just my way of getting out my anger from what I'm going through. But that's not me. But now they're playing it off as it's me. God damn it!
Yeah, no, dude. Like, any healthy, any decent human being, will try to find a solution, right? If they cared, right?
Right.
But
If they, that's exactly it. If they care.
If they care. But also, when I wrote these lyrics, I wrote them at a time when I was very angry, dude. Very angry. And now I look back at them, and it's like revisiting those emotions. I remember you were saying, I'm like revisiting these emotions, and I want a mosh pit I want to pick up the pennies, and I want to go in the pit and everything. But, at the same time, it's a little different now, because as time goes on, you start to, maybe you come to a realization, or maybe not, but you come to a point where you're like, why is that person that way? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you visit it with grace, like, okay, people are shaped by their experiences, their values, and beliefs.
Yeah.
They're shaped by that. So
almost as if it's not their fault. So you see some so you have a little bit of sympathy. Like, it's almost like you feel bad for them. It's like, you did this to me. I would rather be hurting for a bit than have to live your life full time.
And it can stem from, I don't know, conditioning and rewarding that toxic behavior in the household. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you go out to the real world, and it's like, it's fucked up.
Yeah, and if you don't get things handed to you, you start to pretend like you act like you're a victim, and the world's against you, and you can't.
Oh my God!
It's just, yeah, dude. And that was going on with her.
Yeah,
she was a victim to the entire world,
dude. And it gets tiresome.
It gets exhausting, dude.
It gets exhausting, and it's like, and then you have to you have to say, because again, you could look at the bottle half empty or half full, my man. You know what I mean? And I try to find, I'm not perfect, but I'm not going to project my shit onto people. And if I do, I apologize for it.
Mm-hmm. Self-awareness.
Awareness. I apologize it right there, right then. Because as you know, man, sometimes when you do shit fucked up and you're unapologetic about it, that thing festers.
Mm-hmm.
That thing festers, man, to the point where there's no point of return. That's it. It's cut off. That's it. No more. So, and I remember having a person in my life he was like 80 years old, right? Remember at that apartment I was telling you that I lived at with my girl, when I first moved in? I met an amazing person. At that time, I was 26 years old, 26, 27, and this dude was amazing. And what I mean by amazing is, he was so emotionally intelligent. You know what I mean? I'll tell him my story, and he was he just hit everything in the nail. He was like, to me, he was like the Gandalf. You know what I mean?
Which means he's been through some shit himself.
Yeah, he's been through some shit. And there's some shit I did not want to, there's some shit I'm like, how can you say that shit? You know what I mean? But he was a good friend at the time, but I had an avoidant kind of personality at that time. And
well, because also you don't want, you're afraid what people are going to think too, but sometimes when we say these things out loud, we don't want to sound like we're crazy.
Yeah.
Or that people don't understand us. And
yeah, that's true too. But at the same time, I just remember you know, there'll be things like, yo, Mena, like, let's, because this guy was kind of like my mentor, you know, like he was such like an influence in my life. And I remember like he would set these dates. He's like, yo, let's do this, let's do that. And like, I would just ghost him. You know what I mean? And he was just like, yo, you know, it's like, and I did it more than once. And he was just like, you know something, man, I don't want to good luck with your life. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. You know,
boundary setting.
Yeah. And I got a course lesson on that, you know what I mean? And I mean, and I was like, oh shit, like, and now I think back at it, I'm like, damn, dude, like, why did I avoid this guy? You know what I mean? All he was trying to do, like, all he was trying to do was just help me. You know what I mean?
It doesn't sound like you were avoiding him. You were just avoiding talking about subjects that you weren't ready to talk about.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
It had nothing to do with him. You obviously have respect for him and you enjoyed his company, but it was deeper than that. It was, you weren't ready to, because there was times that year when I had that experience that my best friend actually lived in Chicago, and he would invite me over just to watch UFC or something. And there was times I would just be like, yeah, I'm down to go, like a week before, and then I just ghost him that day because I'm just like, I don't want to talk about this right now. I can't. I don't want to get into that place tonight. So I avoided him multiple times. And same thing. I apologized. I'm like, dude, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing.
Yeah.
I physically and mentally couldn't do it because I knew once I saw you, I'd probably start crying. Our opening up, and it would ruin our UFC beer and pizza night. So
yeah. And I'm pretty sure he appreciated that. You know,
he did.
At least
he did.
And
then he was the best man at my wedding, so I love the guy. Love him.
Man.
Shout out to you, David.
Where did you have your wedding, man?
It was in San Jose, California, where I'm from.
Oh, San Jose, California.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We got married at my grandparents' backyard. My grandma was my favorite person in the entire world. Oh, and when she passed, it played a huge role in my life. And I thought there was no better place to get married at than in my grandmother's house.
Wow.
So,
wow, man, that's
crazy.
Like very intimate.
It was very intimate.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and my godmother owns that house now. So not only was it my grandmother's house, but now it's my godmother's house, and just a lot of family history there. It was fucking awesome.
Do you live in California now? Or
I'm
no?
in Brooklyn. I'm in
You're
Brooklyn,
in
New York
Brooklyn now,
now,
right?
Yeah.
That's right. You're in Brooklyn. You told me that. Yes.
Yeah.
You're in Brooklyn now. Because
Yeah.
you're asking me, hey, Mena, let me know if you have any Brooklyn shows. Now,
Yeah.
I remember.
I'm gonna go all the way out to Brooklyn for one of your shows one day, dude. That's how much I want to see you guys.
Oh,
and
yeah, dude.
And mosh during Jester.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I love that song. I love playing that song. You know, it's a great.
Well,
song.
speaking of the song, I keep listening to it.
Yeah, sorry.
The Lesson Never Learned. Do you like the Asking Alexandria song, A Lesson Never Learned?
Is that on the second album? Is that the one with the girl that's like?
It's off the same one of like the final episode. I think it's off that album.
Oh, so it's the final episode, right? It's the
I don't know if that's
mic.
their. Yeah. I think
one
it's
with the
that
mic.
one. fucking
Dude,
love
honestly,
that song,
I was not thinking about it, but maybe unconsciously. Maybe, dude, because I was
It's a
listening
weird
to-
thing with you, dude, because like when you did this thing, this place in my head,
Yeah.
it took me to Chester's quote, and you're like, oh, maybe I got that from there.
Dude,
And then a lesson never learned. That's one of the
Dude,
biggest Asking Alexandria songs that we were just talking about them.
I love metal, dude. You know what I mean? I love this genre. I love this music.
And that's what's awesome about it, dude, because like you're a fan of the genre and you're creating this music out of necessity to get it out, but you're also like honoring like some of your favorite people and
Of
some of
course,
the-
dude.
And,
Yeah,
and again, it probably wasn't intentionally; it was subconsciously. It's just like
it was just
yeah.
It was just subconscious, dude. Oh, yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's keep listening.
Yeah.
Until you fall in the fucking ground. Keep on living this masquerade. There's no redemption. They'll never see you away from your empty soul. My soul can dance and go through the hollow door. There's no escape from what has been done.
Every word, my last right, left in the pile for sacrifice. Souls like to confinement, bury another cask while the jester played on.
All right, that was Jester by Maximus NJ. All right, so just some first initial reaction thoughts on this track. Two things that I want. Well, I guess it's still kind of the same. I feel like there's different. How do I word this? Kind of an influence of a mix of different genres, because at times it can be like it has that like indie hardcore breakdown feel, but then you start singing in the chorus and it sounds more like new metal alternative, and then it goes to like that part where I was telling you with like the guitar where it slows down. I'm like, oh, then it switches to something a little softer here. So I feel like there's something in this for everybody. You have the nice things, but you also have the and the breakdowns. Like it's a combination of a bunch of different worlds, and it's a fun listen, dude.
Thank you, man.
It's fun to listen to, and you got a great voice in multiple levels.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it all comes from my influences, man.
Yeah.
Like Linkin Park, we was just talking about him. Comes from Asking Alexandria. Comes from Attila. Comes from, dude, like all assortment of all these bands that I listen to on a daily basis, man. You know, so
I can hear all the influences in this.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
And even the lyrics are influences. I love it. You're just a music fan, dude. And
Yeah,
that's when
I
the
am.
best music comes out. Like when you're being raw, vulnerable, and you're speaking about things that actually matter to you and wanting to like help people and make a difference and make them feel like they're not alone through your music. That's one. But you also are in it because you just fucking love it, and it shows.
Yeah, I love it.
And just in the structure of the song, it shows.
Yeah. It has that I can see what you're saying, man. It has that new metal vibe to it because of the choruses.
Yeah.
New metal. They hit back with the choruses and everything.
Yeah, but then it goes back
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
you know, just like aggressive like underground hardcore with those
Yeah,
those
dude.
riffs, dude, those breakdowns. I'm just like, man, like, and that's why I did not see that part coming, because I was like, okay, I like to try to like when I'm listening to something, guess what's coming next, because I could just kind of feel it, and I thought there was going to be a big breakdown to end this song, like a dun 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 dun, and just end like that or something.
Yeah,
but it did
yeah.
end that way.
No, it did not,
It
man.
caught me off guard, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's just it just came out like that. I don't know, man. We're just like, hey.
But I like that it threw me off, though. It was fun.
Yeah. You know something? It was supposed to be, that part was supposed to be in the middle, but we're like, what about we just made it as an outro?
Yeah. It fit better as an outro because it's
did.
kind of
It
like
did.
it was that like moment of like, oh, okay, I had this. I just told this crazy story. I just went to all these emotions, and I've screamed. I've done the growls. Okay, now I gotta breathe.
Yeah,
Come,
exactly.
come from here to here a little bit.
Yo, everyone take out their phones.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's calm down a little bit. All be in this like sincere moment together.
Yeah, exactly.
Blessing never earned.
Yeah, blessings never earned, and
You will
that-
never get time back
never get time back until you fall in the fucking grave.
till you fall. When you're on your deathbed, you're going to be looking back at the impact you made on this world, and at that time, it's too late.
Yeah, I didn't take it from a literal standpoint from there. I took it as this is the only good thing now is my distance away from you. That, a metaphor I use as a grave, you know what I mean?
But you can totally see it in what I just said, though. Like,
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, when you're
Open to
dying-
interpretation, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
when you're dying and there's no one there to comfort you at the end, that's
Yeah.
when you've realized
Yeah.
that you'll never get that time back to make those relationships right.
That too, yeah. You never get that time back. Exactly, because time is
There's no
always-
redemption when you're on your deathbed.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there is. I don't know.
Maybe, but
The colors fade away from your empty soul. The song and dance. Okay, so I actually wanted to ask you about that. The song and dance echoes through the hollow court. What do you mean?
this illusion, that I'm the Almighty, I'm the King, and it's every word that you're saying is falling to deaf ears because we all heard it before. I know this person. I know this person. Oh, I know people from the industry. I know this. I've been doing this longer
I see
than
that.
you have. It gets old. It gets old, man. You know what I mean? And also
The song and dance.
the
I get it now.
same
I get it.
old
I get it.
Song and dance.
You stumped me on that one. I'm usually able to like pull inspiration from things, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't get this one.
Yeah.
But now that you say it, I'm like, yeah. But it can even go back to a narcissist too. That song and dance we play with them.
Yeah.
One minute we're good, next minute we're not. It's just this back and forth.
Yeah, dude. And then this person just people I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. People will change only if they want to change.
Right.
But there's certain people that are just stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
And and like I said, man, like when you're stuck and when you're unaware, man, like, dude, they just leave so much damage.
Yeah.
They leave so much damage, man.
I'm still here talking about it years later.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I'm on the
You got to keep you got to keep those demons at bay, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but at least we're aware of it. You know what I mean? And we're not
Yeah.
projecting that onto others, and we're telling our story so that maybe if one person listens to it, they get something from it.
Exactly.
An accomplishment. You know.
Exactly. Every word my last right left in the cry for sacrifice. Cry? That's how you say it. Cry for sacrifice. Souls led to confinement, buried in the cask while the jester plays on.
So it's about leaving your mark, your final mark, right?
Who's final? Yours or the person that has this mindset, or both?
So the person that
We'll call it the narcissist for now.
yeah. So the person that's leaving is the victim.
Okay.
The victim. So this is they're leaving their final mark, right? They're walking away from the situation. And while the Jester keeps on playing, unaware on what they're doing, unaware of the damage they have caused. So it's
I like to think that they are aware of it, and
know.
they intentionally do it.
Intentionally do it. Aware or unaware? That's a good question too.
Yeah.
You know, aware of what they're doing. So that's pretty much. It's like saying my final goodbye.
Buried in the cask while the Jester plays on. You've left me stranded, and now you're just off playing and having fun and doing your thing.
Yeah.
I remember one of the last things she told me is that she was moving back in with her parents so she can save money and start a business and finally achieve her dreams. I'm like, wait, but so what do you mean? You couldn't have done that when you were with me? Like, what the fuck? So I felt like even after that, it was still just little stabs here and there.
Yeah.
And she just kept playing that game. It was the what was it? It was the song and dance still echoed through the apartment because it was still happening even though she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, dude.
I feel this one way too hard, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, dude, it's more of a release, man. Like I needed. I'm so glad I was able to speak to you about this, man, because I never talked about the song with anybody. Like no, like I played it, but yeah, I talked to my band members about it because we recorded it. You know, we had that discussion. What's the song going to be about? You know, but as far as talking to someone about the song on a podcast or somebody else, you're the first person. So, like, I thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course. Thank you for the music. We need it.
No problem, man.
You listeners and fans need this more than you know.
Yeah.
A major question for you then is, so when I asked you why this song, you said you had some shit to get off your chest.
Yeah, dude.
When you actually released the song and it was out in the world, do you feel like you were finally able to let it go, or do you think it still kind of lingers a bit?
It lingers a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't think it'll ever go away.
Was there any part of it though that there was a little bit of a release? Well, I guess, did it have the effect on you that you were hoping it would when you released it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had an expectation, you know what I mean? Because this person was speaking ill about me on a other podcast. And I'm like, wow, look at this person, you know? Me being a person doesn't say that much. And I was like, that's it. I'm gonna make a song. I wanna say, I'm gonna get this off my chest now. I'm gonna say something that what I think about you, which, you know, I've been hearing a lot about, because I listen more than I speak, you know, and there's
power and confidence in speaking up, dude.
Yeah, there is. And there is also an advantage of listening as well.
For
know?
sure.
You know?
I hate to be this annoying person that always does this, but it's like when the story you just told me. So my favorite artist of all time is Eminem. He's just my favorite. I have nobody in my opinion will ever be better than him in anything. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of music, not even just rap, just the GOAT.
yeah, he's the GOAT.
And he put out an album out. I think it was what year was it? 2018. It was called Kamikaze. And he did an interview with Sway, and he said, because Sway asked him, so why did you take this approach on the Ringer on the album? It was called Kamikaze, and he was just like, you know, a lot of people had a lot of shit to say about me. This was my turn to say something back
to them. Right, dude. I'm only human, man. Like, but
that's how we as artists think, though. We don't. Yeah. We're like, okay, this person said this about me. They betrayed me in this way and that way. I'm gonna get back to you, but with words.
With words.
I'm not going to, like, there's no especially in rap, there's a lot of violence, a lot of,
Right.
politics that come along with that. But Eminem was just like, you know what? I'm going to make an album and I'm going to prove everyone wrong through my art.
Through my art, correct.
And it seems like that's kind of what you did too. Like you took all that aggression and was like, all right, you all have had this to say about me. Now it's time for me to say something back.
It's time to me. Yeah.
There's fucking power in that, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And thank you, man. Thank you for
There's that beast inside you came out,
Yeah,
dude. It's like like that bullet from Valentine waking the demon. You're like, you woke me up.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah.
You don't know what you just sparked in me right now.
Exactly, dude. And yeah, man, and that's why, and to add on to what you were saying too, this person, man, like I remember this like it was yesterday. I was in another band, right? And I showed this person the album that we recorded, like it was an EP. And the person said, I should have thought of this as a red flag. I remember the person said to me, yeah, it's okay, man, but you're only going to sell like one, you're going to like sell like 5 of them and that's it. And I'm just like,
And that shit stayed with you.
It did. But I channel that through making music, you know what I mean? I could have sat down and not do shit, you know what I mean? But and that's fine too, but like I love music. I'm gonna do it regardless if someone says some stupid shit. People are always gonna say some stupid shit.
Yeah, always.
They're always, and you have no control over that.
Yeah.
You have no control over that. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen, Some person is going to say, oh, I don't like this person, and I don't like that person, and, I don't like this band's music, and, oh, they suck, and this and that. You have no control over that. What you can focus on is your actions. Your actions
and the way that you release those emotions too, because you can go to alcohol, you can go to drugs, like all these ways to numb it. But when you don't numb it and you push through it, it's so much harder to do. But once you push through and you're on the other side, you're like, fuck yeah, hell yeah, I did that.
And also like,
and you learn from it.
You learn from it, and you ask and then you ask the why. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I love doing it. I love releasing music. I'm doing it for me.
Yeah, band practice is your therapy session.
It's my therapy session. And if people relate to that, and if people can relate to the music, dude, that is a bonus right there.
Yeah. And that's always kind of the best place to come at it from an artist.
Yeah.
It's like, if I can help at least one person do this, then it was all worth it.
It was all worth it. That's my mindset going into this. And if something happens, great. You know what I mean? If something doesn't happen, it's okay. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. But like we're going to do this to the best of our ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to do the best we can to represent our art. So
one thing you said brought me back to an interview that I had, one of my first interviews. It was a band called Lift the Curse out of, I want to say, Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And fucking incredible band. I will rep them till the day I die. They are incredible, but I think what's even better is that what makes them even more special is that John, and I'm sure the vocalist too, I just didn't have him in that interview. I've only ever talked to John, but he's just the nicest fucking dude, man. Like, I don't know anybody that's happier and nicer and just more humble than him, and he's so gifted. Anyway, during our interview, he had said because the whole thing was very positive, he smiled the whole time, and then we were talking about, so what's next for the band, like what's long term or whatever, and he goes, you know what, dude, of course we want to make it big, but my mindset is if this is as good as it gets, then that's awesome.
That's awesome.
He's like, I'm making music, I'm playing shows, people are listening to them. If this is as good as it gets, then this is fucking awesome, dude. I'm like, wow. That's such a great way to look at it.
Yeah, dude. it's shifting your mindset. I call that. You're shifting your mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
because
your
we all
focus.
look to all these goals and like, oh, if we don't get this, then we haven't like made it.
Yeah.
Or if
We
like
haven't
I won't be happy
made it.
until I get
Right.
this or
Right.
that. But if you could just be like, man, look at what I've done.
Look, yeah.
This is awesome.
Exactly. This is awesome, right?
Yeah.
And then like another thing too is, when I'm on stage, I'm like, I get to do this. I get to do this.
People are showing up to see it.
People, look at this. People care.
Yeah.
Like, people are showing up.
Yeah.
I get to do this stuff, and it's amazing,
Yeah.
and-
I mean, that's how I feel about this. I'm just like,
yeah, hey, doing this, dude. Like we've been talking for like two. Like I love this, dude.
Yeah.
I do, man. I love speaking about life and psychology, emotional intelligence, and like this is amazing, man.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too. Well, one of the last things I was gonna say was before I ask you the final questions, I was gonna say I'm like you said you were kind of not nervous, but you were feeling like you don't feel the most confident when you're doing this. You seem confident this whole fucking time, dude.
Oh, dude,
I would have never known if you didn't say that in the beginning.
No,
It
no,
seems like you're
and-
just
and-
like,
but you have a way of bringing that out too, man. You're good in what you do, man.
Thank
what
you.
I mean? So, I can't take all the credit, man. You know what I mean? So, I feel comfortable with you, man.
cool, dude. Appreciate that. I'm glad I can make you feel that way. So what's next for Maximus NJ? I know you have some shows coming up, but what else? What else is 2026 looking like for you guys?
So, we are going to shoot a music video
Sick.
February 16th.
Okay.
And guess what? That's going to be in Brooklyn,
Okay.
in Bushwick.
That's where I'm at. I live in Bushwick.
Come through, bro. Come through. See what we're about.
Interesting. We're at in we're at in Bushwick.
I'll send over the address to you and everything. I'm not sure. It's somewhere in Bushwick. I know it's in Bushwick. It's a rental space that we rented out.
Is this connected with the Farsight thing?
No, I don't think so.
Because I just saw they posted today. They're like, we're shooting.
No, it has nothing. I saw that.
That is
No,
so
it has-
funny. I was like, wait, you guys doing this together? Is it like a collab thing? Because it was the same thing. DM us for the address,
Yeah.
RSVP if you want to show up. It's in New York. And I'm like, huh,
Yo, Matt, we're gonna
I
play wiffle
just
ball.
saw that. I'm down, dude. I'd love to. hit up, damn, what's their name? Your band, your boys. Oh man, you were just
Paradox.
yeah. Get Paradox, and we'll find a diamond somewhere.
Why not? Why not?
Why
man?
not? Even if it's just kickball, that would be fun too.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
So yeah,
man,
2026. What else is coming up?
So we got this music video that's coming up. I'm hoping to release that this year for sure. We don't have a release date, but we're definitely going to release it this year. We're going to be playing a bunch of shows, like the one in Westville. We're also
Game time, baby.
Yeah, game time. We also have another show that's going to be local to where we live. That's going to be with Gray Path. I'm not sure if you ever heard of this band.
No.
You should get them on. They're like a progressive metalcore band that lives in our area, Hudson County, New Jersey.
Okay.
So we're gonna be playing a show with them, and dude, they're heavy, man. You ever heard of bands like Sentinels or?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Okay, they're kind of like, they have that kind of sound going for them. So
Okay.
they always throw sick shows, and people come through, and they know how to throw a great show. So
Cool.
yeah, and also this year we're planning on releasing our EP.
Okay.
It's going to have 5 songs.
Cool.
Okay. The 4 of those songs are released, but we remastered it, we mixed it differently, and we
A reimagining almost.
yeah, reimagining a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
how I love how bands are doing that right now. A reimagining of an older song and just
older
switching it up a
song.
bit.
It's still
I
the
actually
same.
really like it. I like when
It's-
bands do that.
Yeah, it's actually the same. Like the parts haven't changed, maybe a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit, you know. But there's going to be one song in there that has not been released yet, and that's the one that we're shooting a music video for.
Okay.
And the name of the EP is called, it's a Spanish Cuban saying, que entra mal no sale bien.
Okay,
So-
which means
Which means, in translation, what comes in or what comes in bad doesn't come out good. But it's better said in Spanish, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, it reminds me of like, yo, when you have that gut feeling something like something right is not happening,
Mm.
you should trust that gut feeling of yours. That's like your second brain right there, man.
Instinctual.
Instinctual. And that pretty much is the thesis to this EP.
So basically what you're saying is when the EP comes out and I'm featured in the music videos, we're going to have to break that song down.
Yes.
To hype the EP and to hype the track.
Yes, exactly.
We're just going to have to do it again.
We have to do if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Man.
So if somebody were to say, hey, Alejandro, where's the best place to go to keep up with everything Maximus NJ? Do you have a preferred listening platform or a preferred social media? What would you tell them?
I will tell them we're very active on our Instagram and our TikTok. Our Instagram handle is Maximus NJ Band. All right, we respond.
And it's not just because they're from NJ. That's their name. Don't get it wrong like I did.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No water under the bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can reach us there. They can message us there. We're very prompt, with answering messages, so
Yeah.
message us also on TikTok. We are also on Facebook as well.
Dude, the way you responded to my message on Instagram, like I knew you were a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
I could just tell. Because, like, didn't you send, like, an emoji with, like, handshaking or something like that? And you introduced...
Like this?
You introduced yourself. This is my name. What's your name? I'm like, this dude... Okay, I already have a good vibe
Yeah,
with this dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Because
Like,
you'd be surprised on, like, how many people I reach out to and they just respond with, like, okay. I'm like...
Yeah.
I just, like, went through this whole thing with you. I'm like, I want to do something with you. I mean... Maybe
Yeah,
say
I know,
something a little
man.
bit more than just an okay.
Be appreciative, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I
And
mean?
you'd be surprised. I mean, maybe not, but just how much there's not as much appreciation as you would think.
I know.
But maybe
I know. That's pretty much what
That's what this
whole
song's about.
fucking EP is about, bro. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what's about. So
Yeah.
again, like one of my managers, I'm gonna shout him out, Don Capria. All right, he's a very talented individual. He is a music director.
cool.
Used to be the drummer for a band called Scarhead. Shout out to Scarhead. Shout out to Danny Diablo. They're awesome dudes. They're involved in the New York hardcore scene.
Okay.
Like CBGBs, like
Hell yeah.
like that scene, Lower East Side. They're part
Cool.
of that era. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Madball, Gnostic Front. So getting back to Don Capria, he said something that always resonated with me. Don't ever step on the people that have helped you along the way. Don't do that. Because, bro, that's not a nice thing. Like, remember. You know what I mean? Like, people forget sometimes.
Yeah.
People forget sometimes. And that's something that's always stuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, it makes sense, right? I mean, it's a logical sense. And, don't be that person. Remember who put you on. Be appreciative. Because
The people who have done stuff for you, who have gone out of their way to help you. And
yeah. that come
Yeah.
to help you.
Yeah.
Help you.
Help.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
Don't. So that's my message.
It hurts sometimes, man. I mean, sometimes I'll put these interviews out and the band won't even share the link to it. I'm just like, man, like, why did we do this? If you're not even gonna like help me share it, like, why did we waste this time like doing this?
Dude.
And like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird, dude. It's weird, and
It
it's kind of
is.
going like what you were
I-
saying with like other bands in this circle. It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I know, man. Like,
Ugh,
I know, dude.
it gets
Trust me.
frustrating.
Trust me, man. I know. It's that.
It hurts.
You know what I think it is sometimes too, man. I think it's like this comparison thing, like comparing each other's dick size or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like it's that shit. Don't get me wrong, man.
Yeah.
Like I do. Being an artist, there has to be some delusion, right? Like not delusion to the fact that I'm gonna treat others like shit, like I'm almighty, but like, belief in oneself, right? Like manifesting,
Sure.
like ideas in your mind and manifesting, working towards those goals and everything. But like,
There has to be a balance.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like when you start when you start acting like you're the shit and you're at the local level, like, bro,
Yeah, exactly.
bro,
You're
chill
at
the fuck
local
out.
level.
chill the fuck
Yeah.
out. all
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. Hey,
it's chill
I'm
out.
not going to say
all
it.
right?
Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean, man.
Yeah.
You know
Oh, I get it. There are some people who I used to wonder why they haven't blown up yet, and I'm just like, okay, actually, maybe I do think I get it now.
Yeah, no, it's like and it's like the same story too, man. It's just like I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah.
enough of that.
Say,
shit.
say thank you every once in a while.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Say
say thank you.
I know, dude. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, man.
No.
But yeah.
But I think you and I have been through some very similar experiences. This sound like so. I was very easily able to connect with this and kind of use it from my perspective and tell you what the lyrics meant to me. And that's awesome, man. It's awesome that people can listen to it and interpret it in different ways, but connect to it in multiple different ways too. Like I think it's pretty special. Power of music.
Yeah, the power of music, man. Bringing people together, man.
Yeah.
Because we're not alone, man.
Yeah, and that's something that I hope to do is like bring this community together and like let's break the stigma of just like not caring what people think and acting hard. Like, no, we all got emotions. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, something like that. Right.
Something happens when you talk about your feelings. Something kind of special happens every once in a while.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does, man. It does, bro.
Oh, well. Well, Alejandro, dude, thank you so much for coming on this. This was a really great interview, and I love your insights. And this song is killer, dude. And I love the art. I love the artwork for it too.
Yo, I got to credit that to my guitar player, John Kennedy. We call him JFK. Okay? We call him the Red Wolf. He has a big red beard. We call him the Red Wolf. And he's a talented individual. He's a guitar player. He does the artwork for us. He writes the music. He writes the music for us as well. And he's a jack of all trades, man. So, shout out.
What is that on the artwork? Is that like a Joker, like a demon? Like what is? Because the back is faced towards us, so it's like you question what it is. It makes you think.
It's a statue of a jester, right? And notice that it's in stone.
Mm-hmm.
No one's around. No one's there.
It looks cold.
It's cold.
It looks dark.
Dark. It is stone-like. It is, and as you know, stone weathers away, right? Weathers away. It gets eroded, and when that person is stuck in their ways,
that's being stuck in their ways. Wow. Even down to the artwork, it's deep for you guys.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's a lot of thought that came into doing this.
Yeah, you guys are doing it right, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Coming from a very, very creative place.
Thank you.
It's more than music to you guys.
It is. It is, man. It's a lifestyle, bro.